They're surrendering the punt return for a score. Let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Smooth. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Yeah. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Strip the ball.
2nd and 10. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Check 26.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. Devin McCourty brings him down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard on the 3rd down throw, and that leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
5.
They'll look to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Just like that. Just like that. Hey, switch gears.
General West. Hey, Charlie.
56. Mike.
On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Back to throw here. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Michelle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
All day, defense. All day. All day.
Topper. Hey, Foxtrot.
56. Mike, 56. Here we go. Mike, 56.
Ready, go.
56.
Deep rip.
Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, seam 6.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Switch up. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Ready.
They'll look to throw here. He gets it to Brown, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
91. Check.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Get it.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Get ready.
56.
Second and 5. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They can't stop you, son.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Like,
They're running it. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
go. Yo, faster. Mike's 55.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. New England on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. He returns the punt 64 yards on the score. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on,
The Pats at the line ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They'll set up to throw. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56. I got you, boy. Mike's 56. Mike's 50. Ready?
He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses.
Penny, the first down carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, and now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
58 to Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
They'll toss it to Penny. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 8. Dorsett making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
90.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Switch!
6'6", bullet high.
Off the draw, here's Michelle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
56, Mike, 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
He'll drop to throw. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. A good pickup there at 20 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, the 30. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
That's a touchdown right there.
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's the 2nd and 7. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
54.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. He's got a first down and inside of midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 1 at the 32-yard line.
Second and 1. They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
56, right there, 56. They can't hang with us.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed it, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Go. I got you.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. New England on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third and goal.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
At the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Watch the ship.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charlie, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 41-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I... Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Wilson. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, they set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
14, front it.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And going deep for Hill. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw here on 1st down to Michel on the screen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Hey, exit.
56 to Mike.
He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Simon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing is Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. He could not get rid of it in a big